Yo, 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 I would like to thank you for tuning in to SS Saul Sneaker Reviews, you heard? This week's review, we just gonna get right into it. I got a real versus replica video right here. I'll be showing these two sneakers right here, you know what I mean? A real versus replica video. But before we get into the sneaker, let's go back. Follow me back. We gonna go to August 28th, 1985, Jordan's rookie year. The summer after he just completed his first season with the Chicago Bulls. In the summer of 1985, actually August 25th to be exact, Michael Jordan went on a European tour, an exhibition tour for basketball, and he traveled in London, Paris, and Trieste, Italy. He scored 41 points and he shot at the backboard. So, you know, you can see the right here is Jordan right here. And then this is his team right here. Boom, boom, boom. And then this is Jordan right here, shattering the backboard. So this is the story of the Shattered Backboards right here, you heard? Super dope, super dope. And actually this Jordan pair, you could take a look right here. It was the actual ones that he wore was some Jordan 1s, the first Jordan 1s. And as you can see, they still have the actual glass stuck into the outsole of the sneaker. You can see that right here. Here's a couple more photos of the Jordan sneaker. It actually auctioned off in 2014 for $615,000. This original shoe, it was on display at BSTN store. It's an online store, sneaker boutique, and they also have locations in Germany and London also. So that's pretty dope that this sneaker had auctioned off for $615,000. The actual sneaker was a Jordan 1. And so now let's get into the Shattered Backboard, the real versus replica video. You know what I mean? Here we go, right here. Boom, boom, boom. What I'll show you is we could first look at the size of the boxes right here. So you can see the size of the boxes. One is bigger, one is smaller. And then I have one. The one that's smaller is a 13 and the one that's big as a 14, you know what I mean? But it still shouldn't be that small. So as you can see, it's the 13. That's the rep right here. So let's get into it. The boxes are pretty much the same. As you can see right here, the box is pretty much the same, you know what I mean? One thing that I found out about, here, let me just bust them down, Lord. Let's see. So we got the reps right here, and we have the real ones right here. These released in 2015. I got the black and white laces in here because actually the reps came with, they didn't even come with black and white laces. They came with these kind of like leather type laces, these reps. So I took the official laces because these came with, they came with original black laces, but I was just suiting it up with the white laces just to see how they hit. And I feel like I win with the white laces, but not that I'm too lazy to change these other black, the left shoe from black to white, but I think I'm gonna just keep it like this, you know. I used to didn't be in the shoelaces. It was like a thing in the early 2000s where, you know, used to get different shoelaces, but, you know, 20 years later, I'm in a different shoelaces now. And I may just leave this pair like this. Let's get into, I guess I'll take, which one? I'll take the right reel and the left rep. As you can see right here, they falling over, Joe. The one thing about these is that this serial number for this for the real sneaker, it's 555088005. Now the SKU number for the replica sneaker is 304-775-125. And it's actually the, when I looked up the SKU number, it's the actual Jordan 6 Hair Jordan. So I'll show you the Hair Jordan right there, Jordan 6. All right, boom, boom. So yeah, we're going to get into the real versus rep. Let's see if it's a height difference. Yeah, you can see it's a height difference right here. You know what I mean? Right there. The colors pretty much it seem like are the same, but you could tell with this height difference with the replica, it's a little shorter. And like I say, the real one right here is a 13, and the the real one is a 14. The replica is a 13. But you can see, maybe you can see that this is a little darker also. But yeah, you can look at the back right there, the stitching or whatnot. So we got that right there, some more taller pair. Let's see with the Nike logo, you can kind of tell just a little bit. This is a little more bolder and wider, and this is just a little more slimmer right here. Let's see in the tongues. I would say this tongue is a little more flimsy. This tongue is a little more sturdy. And then, like I say, you can just see that they big in size. You can really see the difference with the real one. It's a little more orange, and with the replica, it's a little lighter orange right here. And then you could just tell with the size. And like I say, with this being the 13 and 14, there shouldn't be, I feel, this much difference. Let's look at the heel of the Nike right here. Looks like this is just more defined and bolder. It looks like the logos are pretty much the same right there. Maybe this is a little darker. And then you can see the ankle up here. It's a little more defined. And you could tell this is a little more plush leather. This pretty much isn't right here. The thing about these is that these still going for like, you know, like $1,000. You know, these dropped in 2015. Well, people like these, they say that this is one of the most luxurious Jordans. And you can just tell as far as with the materials. And I guess maybe since Jordan played in Italy, that when he played that exhibition game. So I'm thinking that this may be like Italian leather. So that's my thought on these right here. But yeah, like I said, I got a super dope materials and things like that for those who know. With this one, it's pretty much like a more harder like leather with this rep right here. You know what I mean? Just a little smaller. How I got these reps is that they was given to me as a gift, and I had checked them out and I wore them and they was hurting my feet. I ain't wear them because I was just doing a test on them. So I probably wore them to like Walmart or something like that, and they was hurting my feet. And then I compared it to my other 13, and it was just a little more comfortable, and just comparing the size and the box and things like that. So I wound up acquiring these years later. I got them from eBay. eBay been doing a guarantee since about 2020. So I got the authenticity, sticker right there and all that, you know what I mean? Then I just scan this. I got a QR code in the back of here that I could scan right here, and it'll just let me know. This the eBay tag right here. And it'll just let me know the authenticity on them, you know what I mean? But yeah, like I say, these also re-released in 2015. I'll be telling you more about that. But yeah, it's just a real verse rep. Like I say, this is darker, a little more smaller, just more defined. Even with the toe box right here, you know what I mean? It's just way more plush right here, you know? And like I say, I think that my first thought, I never really thought about this, but since he played the exhibition game in Italy, that they probably picked some great leathers. That's why this leather on here is, you know, basically one of the best. Now, this one looks like it has good leather on it, but it just got that look on it. But this is the actual plush leather. You know, I had one of these for a while. They came out in 2015, you know what I mean? So I remember one of the guys had these, and I had wanted a pair, so I finally acquired a pair. So let's get into some more fun facts about this sneaker right here. Like I say, the actual pair auctioned off, which was a Jordan 1. It auctioned off at $615,000. But also, there was a jersey. Let me see here. I'll show you this jersey right here. And it was auctioned off around $571,000. And this is the jersey. It's the Stefanel Trieste Liga A jersey. And this jersey was auctioned off in 2024 for around $575,000. So this is the actual jersey that he wore right here. And then also a part of the jersey collection, I'll show you this Last Dance jersey, the one that he wore. It looks like, if I'm not mistaken, in the 97 or 98 finals, this jersey right here goes for, I think it went for around $10 million, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, man. And like I say, the going rate for these, they re-release again in 2015. I'll show you some differences. I got some photos from the one in 2015. But the differences with the 2015 right here, I'll show you, is that the box right here. So as you can see, that this is a regular Jordan 1 box with a real Jordan. This is a regular Jordan 1 box right here. As you can see, let me put the lid on there. This is a regular Jordan 1 box. And so here I'll show you the box for the 2025 is right here. As you can see, it's a pretty much dope box. But when people did the comparisons, when I seen comparison videos, it isn't, it's really the same sneaker. It's just a little lighter. Here I'll show you some photos of the 2025 version right here. And it looks like the 2025 version is just a little darker. The 2015 version is a little lighter. One thing about the 2015 version, it looks like it's just a little more luxurious than the 2025 version. And to note that the 2025 version, like I say, in 1985, summer of 1985, that's when he had the exhibition game where he shattered the backboard right here, as you can see. Where he shattered the backboard. So it's dope that, 40 years later, they bringing back the sneaker actually to the exact date, summer of 2025. So that's pretty dope right here. I'll show you the heel side by side. You know what I mean? The lateral side. And then the only difference is with the 2025 version is that you see this logo right here. And then I'll show you the 2025 version. It's just like a raised logo. So looks like the only differences is that the 2025 pair is a little darker and it's not as luxurious in the sneaker box. If I was to do the sneaker box, I'll do the sneaker box with this one right here. This photo right here. I think that'd be dope. And also, let's give a shout out to, rest in peace to Peter Moore. Peter Moore, he was a creative director of Adidas and Nike through the 70s, 80s, and 90s. And he actually designed the Jordan 1 right here. He passed away at 78 years old in 2022. So he designed the Jordan 1 and Jordan 2. And the co-designer for the Jordan 1 and Jordan 2 also is Bruce Kilgore. He passed away at 68 years old in 2020. And Bruce Kilgore and Peter Moore, they both co-designed the Jordan 1 and Jordan 2. And also Bruce Kilgore, he designed the Air Force One. So I thought it was Tinker, but it looks like Tinker Hatfield. He started with the Jordan 3s and maybe to the Jordan 14s right there. You know what I mean? But like I say, 40 years to date, this sneaker is re-releasing from, like I say, the exhibition game in summer of '85, Italy. Now they re-releasing 40 years later to the date. in 2025. Like I say, I showed you what I would do with the sneaker box. I showed you those photos. And also what I would like to show you is, yeah, I already showed you the jersey right here. This is the jersey that he hooped in. It went for 2024, it went for $71,500 to be exact. But also, let's get into some other Shattered Backboard models. Here, I'll show you a photo of the Shattered Backboard model. This is the alternate / away. So you can see that this is the original Shattered Backboard. You can say the 1.0 OG. And then this is the alternative, or the 2.0, or the away Shattered Backboard. Here's a look at the patent leather 3.0 Shattered Backboard. You could take a look at that right here. Here we have the satin Shattered Backboard right here. We have the Jordan 1 Low Suede Rookie of the Year Shattered Backboard right here. We also have a Devin Booker Shattered Backboard colorway right here. And then this is a SB Low Shattered Backboard. And then right here is a SB Low alternative Shattered Backboard. And then also what I've seen is here's a Shattered Backboard Air Force One Gore-Tex. I think these are pretty dope right here. I ain't know about these. And then also shout out to Sunset Sneakers. They have a 1-of-1 sample of these right here. It's a satin pair of the Shattered Backboards right here. They say it's 1-of-1. So this is it right here. Then this is it right here, showing both pairs right here. Pretty dope. Like I say, shout out to Sunset Sneakers. You can see them on Instagram. They showing photos of these. This is the sample SKU right here, the sample stamp. And then this is the luxurious sock liner right here. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, that's the Shattered Backboard. I hope y'all learned something dope. You know what I mean? And let me hold up the real verse rep again right here. Let me see these, the real Jones right here. And then these are the replica Jones right here. So this is the real versus replica. The real right here versus the replica, you know what I mean? And then I just got to get y'all some more footage of him, Jordan shattering his backboard. You could check that out right there, you know what I mean? Super dope. Super fire, you know what I'm saying? And I would just like to thank you for tuning in to SSR. Saul Sneaker Reviews, where we purchasing sneakers with a purpose and we sneakerhead anonymous. And you can head over to my YouTube shorts. I'll be doing a on feet review of these Jordan 1 Shattered Backboards. I hope y'all learned some cool fun facts. Y'all seen the real verse rep, and y'all also can see that the 2015 versions right here will be releasing. So this is the 2015, and too, like I say, these go for, I think these, I'm not sure if these will keep their value with the 2025 version coming through. Maybe you'll be able to tell the differences, but like I say, the 2025 version is just a little less luxurious and a doper box. So that's what I'm hearing with my research. But these can still go for, you know, thousands of dollars, you know, probably on the low end, maybe $700-800, and that's like used. And on the high end, probably about like $2,000. And like I say, these Jordan 1s are, you know, one of the most luxurious and comfortable Jordans. And like I say, I'm thinking because since he played ball in Italy for that exhibition game where he shattered the backboard, you know what I mean? So I would like to thank you for tuning in to SSR, Saul Sneaker Reviews, where we purchase sneakers with a purpose and we sneakerhead anonymous. You heard? So